Let's Play Minecraft Episode 6, Diamonds and Villages. In this episode, I catch and lose a wandering trader. I find a cherry blossom bio. I move some new villagers into the trading hall. There is a creeper in the window. And we get baby villagers and diamonds. All this and more in episode 6 of VanderzoneMC. This episode starts with a wandering trader. Usually I just ignore these guys, but recently they had changed the trades on them to include some nicer things. It appears though that you can't keep them for that long. I thought maybe he would be a nice addition to the villager trading hall, even though his grunting noise might be more annoying than the actual villager noise. This one had a gem trade for gunpowder, which would have been nice, but I don't think that they like to be stored in here. The llamas mysteriously disappeared before, and you can't cut stone with an axe. I think I'll just fill these up with like wood planks because the stone's getting a bit too hectic. And then usually if you put villagers in here, it's good to have little windows that they can talk to each other through as well. I'm just adding a water source to the side of the house here so I can set up some pumpkin farms. So then I don't have to walk all the way down to the river again. Pumpkins are usually a good later on trade for the villagers. And then I'll just plant pumpkins along here until we set up a more permanent farm for them. I like to grow them up against the edge of a block, so then you can harvest them all a bit easier, because then they only grow out one side. I'll just bone meal this one, because I have some spare bone meal. And then we're going to wait for the other ones to grow. Also, I'd forgotten to add a date to this building, so it is nice to come back later on and say, man, I've been in this world for so long, and see how quickly time goes. 30th of April, 2024. And in preparation for all the villagers, I did actually spend quite some time just setting up some extra wheat farms up here, as their initial farmer trade is always wheat crops usually. So we're going to need a lot of wheat. If you look at these guys' trades, they're pretty decent. It's got slime balls and gunpowder there, so they're pretty nice. And little did I know that sleeping here would actually stop villager trading later on, but that's just one of the issues I had. And we'll just cook some food for exploring, and then we'll head to the village. I wondered if it was easier to boat around to the side of the village, and then I could ferry them back in the boat over the water, rather than going across the land, but I actually got sidetracked here and ended up finding a cherry blossom biome. So I thought I should get some cherry blossoms while I was here, even though it's all the way up that mountain, and I didn't bring a bed. Leave the boat here, and I will mark. Oh, I thought I was leave it there. I'll mark the way back, because I always end up losing my way otherwise. Even though it's not very far from the base. It's just annoying to look up coordinates, really. Maybe I should install a coordinate mod again. I love the leaf effect from these new-ish trees. It's very nice and relaxing. I can't really think of a good way to use pink wood, however. But maybe it'll come in handy later on. So I'll grab some flowers and wood and see if I can get some saplings to grow back near the base. It'd be good if they did these trees in different colours as well as pink. You have like blue ones. Purple maybe. I did manage to actually forget to bring a bed, so we'll have to head back before nightfall. But I really do love those blossom effects. We got sidetracked on the way to locating villages today. Well, that was a good trip. I love the view of this villager trading hall on the way back here as well. Chimney looks good. I probably need to build some sort of dock here maybe as well. Time to find and transport some villagers to the trading hall. I always dread this process actually, as villagers are super annoying to move. It does seem like they've all abandoned their houses here. Well, maybe not. Looks like they're all up on this outcrop for some reason. That is very strange. You are free. Now take this crafting station and become a farmer. Now comes the bit that is a bit annoying. Moving them back to the trading hall very slowly. You kind of have to get a boat and then their crafting station of choice and keep switching backwards and forwards between them while heading where you want them to go. And then in between there, you have to try not to hit them while you're breaking the boat as well, which is hard. Then if you're on a flat surface, you can boat them along for a bit and then put the crafting station near it. The only problem is if you have to go up a hill, it's quite tricky. And the other way you can move them is, well, there's probably a few ways, but if you have a lot of rail, you can create a rail system, but we definitely don't have materials for that yet. It seems we have attracted 2 villages, which is kind of handy, except we can only move one at a time. And I think he switches back with the other one again. Pick one. And then we'll spend 20 minutes moving you back to the trading hall. Alright, go in the boat. No. I need a better system of doing this. Once you get them on a flat surface, it's okay. The only problem is you get stuck on the edges of the snow here. We finally made it over the snow mountain. And the going down the hill is okay. Up the hill, not as good. I think I almost have a path there, I just have to sleep. And finally, I can see the trading hall. I think this took about 20 minutes. Almost there. And we finally made it. Now to deposit you in your new house. And it seems that the trader has actually disappeared. I wonder if you put a name tag on them if they actually don't despawn. Alright, enjoy your new house. I have to go back and get the other villager. Which I will speed through, as this took another 20 minutes. And I thought maybe that this waterway would connect around, but it actually doesn't. So back over the hill again. And there is number 2. Now we have to get them producing somehow. Don't hit the villager. Don't hit him. And what's about to hit him? Yep. Now he doesn't like me. But you can't get out. You two stay in there and don't die. Or get acquainted. And take some food. And for some reason, giving these dudes bread makes them want to create smaller versions of themselves. Anyway, I won't get into that, but let's hope for the best. And also, they probably need more beds, actually. Have an extra bed. I think they need 3 beds, maybe. I did find out after a while of them not breeding that they need beds and a 2-block gap above the beds, and food. Otherwise you keep giving them food and they show hearts and they don't do anything. So I thought I'd go back to the village and just see if there's anything else there that's useful. We have a brewing stand, even though we haven't been to the nether yet. And probably get some bookcases in case we need to enchant things. I don't think I need a smoker. More beds. So after adding the extra beds, I couldn't actually figure out why they still weren't breeding. I thought they might have actually had a hole under the house or something where the villager was spawning. But it actually seemed fine under there when I checked. So that was a waste of time. But you gotta check. And my cherry blossom tree grew. Now for some reason I saw this creeper coming but still let it explode. Maybe I need more skill. Thank you for destroying my path. At least I had my shield this time. Eat the bread. So the hearts are happening, but still no breeding. So I was wasting a lot of food on this, actually. And then I finally figured out that there is not a 2-block gap above the beds, even though it has a half, and then a block, and then another half. But apparently that doesn't count. And then I got sidetracked with auto crop farming, which was a fail. Thank you to random water pathing. That kind of works, but only for the side. Anyway, back to the roof build. I was actually only half a slab off. Well, now I know for next time. But yeah, anyway. It was 2 blocks technically. Just so it was 1 half and then another half. But it needs 2 full blocks above the bed block. And you never really want to see that in the morning when you get up. Alright. Today's the day. Attempt number 43 and a lot of food wasted. If it does not work this time, then they are duds. Come on. Ooh, mini villager. Alright, that's villager number 1. To move into your new home. We will call you farmer number 1. And you didn't get the snow skin for some reason. I'm actually lucky the other villager didn't go in there. And there in your new boat home, we will attempt to wheel you into the corner here without squashing you in the wall. I usually just put the boat here, and then I think if you just put fences around the edge and then wait for them to grow up, then they're ready for their new trading post. So just chuck a fence around there and I'll move him in the middle later. I think the best way is to get them in there with a boat and then break it and then fence around and kind of move the fence further in. So you can only move one block then. Because they do like to jump. And then as long as you've got the trapdoors there and this fence, they can't really go anywhere. And there you are, in your new house. Alright, everyone is happy. That took about 2 hours, I think. And we have some bonus iron. I think I did some mining after that because I was so sick of villagers. And what will be here? I was just chilling out in the mine and I found the first diamonds. So that was nice. I wasn't even looking for them. Once we open up all the villager trades, we'll get some free diamond stuff from them, but that's going to take a while. Plus you need a lot of iron to trade with them as well. And on that note, I think I will leave this video here as it is getting quite long. I want to keep these around 10 to 20 minutes so I don't bore you all. We didn't actually end up getting the villager trades going today or the new wheat farm done, but something to look forward to in the next one. Diamonds! Oh, that's my pick. Diamonds! Alright, that's enough of that. More iron. That is a very good... Oh, jeez. He still hits me. Usually just put him in a boat and then... he can't do anything. What is that noise? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like and consider subscribing. See you in the next video.